many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the...
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not the start he was hoping for there, so maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Underneath for Johnson. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Carr. He completes it to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got their...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Check, Mike 42. Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him...
David Johnson on his way. The 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Check safety.
On 1st down, Carr. And caught by Henry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf. And that's caught inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Wilson going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
83's me. 83's me. Hey, let's get that ball.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And I think the ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hold. He don't want it.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This one fielded at the 5. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's? Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Just despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown. Cardinals. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air, but his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Steps away to his left. He'll run it.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley, 89 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But
and the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Carr now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And it's 2nd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Johnson. Broken tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it's complete. Henry. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to work. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. He's at the 50, the 40. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 74 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And the Ravens have taken the lead in a very offensive-minded game. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. They'll look to throw. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never.